Okay, so I've just recorded a 20-minute video and seen the screen recording froze about 8 minutes in. So there's literally like 12 minutes of me chatting away, and you can't see what I'm describing. So that is very lovely, if you ask me. I love that. Love when that happens. So I'm gonna have to redo this. All right, okay. Took two trades today, lined up a third one. First one was on NASDAQ, minus 117 pips for about 35 quid loss. Second one was on S&P, minus like 21 pips or something for £8 loss. And then the third one would have been nice, but I didn't take it. I got 2 trade maximum per day, and I'll get into it. So, right, let's get into it. On the hourly, price traded up from midnight open and then pushed down in between London and New York open. We had a order block and a fair value gap here on the 5-minute. As you see, price comes down. We got a fair value gap across here that I marked out. I think it's a 15-minute one. Yep. So yeah, realistically, the first trade I took was just a bit clumsy. I was too eager and I got in too early, way too early in the session, thinking that we were going to be bullish and target that previously mentioned order block. Mainly because we had S&T here, whereas the S&P didn't sweep this low at the time, and then I got in there. Basically, it was just clumsy. Really, it was just clumsy. After I got stopped out of this first trade long, I marked out this sell side here, and it's very clear to see in hindsight that it's a sweep, and realistically I should have known better, to be honest, but it's fine. You can learn from it. Okay, so first trade took place. I'm going to go into the 3-minute chart. I was thinking this candle here, this up candle before the trade layout thing, I was thinking that would be the breaker structure, when in reality it was just us tapping into this imbalance on the 5-minute chart before push further down in line with the downtrend of the day so far. And yeah, to be honest, yeah, this one was a bit of a mistake. You can see here it's not massively clear on the 1-minute chart. My idea for the entry was this tiny imbalance here on the 5-minute. I was looking for that to be the the bullish model, but obviously, well, not obviously, but in hindsight, it was just too early. You can see here on this first 5-minute candle within the position, there's a big wick that comes down. I was thinking that was the Judas swing down, and then we push up on the basis that we had SMT and we swept the internal sell side. Didn't really take into consideration the external sell side, this blue line. So yeah, got stopped out. How many minutes was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 minutes and stopped out. So because it was so early in the session and we had all these like higher time frame points of interest that I was looking at, I was just like, right, I'm gonna go back in for another one. Realistically, I made a mistake here. I'm certain I can just get a nice trade to bring it back. Also, for further context on this, it was, I'm not really sure why I went for NASDAQ instead of S&P, where I'd done the majority of my movements analysis. So my entry in the NASDAQ one is here, so the retracement was that. And whilst the NASDAQ looked to be pushing up, in reality S&P was already displaced and traded back up into this 15-minute fair value gap before a further push down. Yeah, it's just one of those. So took a loss there. Coming into my second trade, I'd marked out this fair value gap here beneath the initial one on a 15-minute chart, as well as this one here on the 15-minute chart further down, which I was looking to be my target for the second one due to the fact that we were in such like a bearish move at that point. I think it was on the 15-minute. Let's zoom out, make it a bit clearer. Oh my god, my laptop's so slow right now. Yeah, I was cautious that we were definitely low or near to the bottom of this trend. That's the 15-minute there. Whereas on the hourly, it's like the whole candle is the imbalance, and that kind of lines up with I mean, I was looking for it to be like an inverse type move, and then we push up off that. Yeah, this was just oversight. I was anticipating price to come down, so I wasn't completely wrong. Like, price did come into this candle before pushing up at 10 o'clock with the news that came in, and yeah, I mean, it's one of those. So in terms of what I actually looked at for the trade, I was on the 3-minute chart, and I know that I've mentioned in previous videos, price doesn't need to come back to this middle imbalance. It can take the first one before continuing. So what we did, what I did was I watched it here, displace down, and then yeah, so a tiny bit hesitant on the entry, but I was certain that we were going to come down and take this imbalance. So I went for a short trade here off this up candle. Price pushed down for a few minutes, and I was about 50-something pounds in profit, so that would have been enough to clear the first loss, as well as, you know, leave us with like 20-30 quid profit. No, like 20 pounds profit or something for the day, and I would have been done and out. In hindsight, I should have taken it there. I did actually notice on the Nasdaq that price had already like traded into the imbalance, and yeah, I just didn't really act on it. I was still looking at this to be the target, which would have made me about like 70-something pounds, which would have left me a nice bit of profit for the rest of the month. However, when the news driver kicked, I was expecting that we'd see like a quick wick down into this, take profit, get hit, and then we move up. This wasn't the case. The news driver hit, and price pushed up, inversed this initial move down, and then tested the inverse fair value gap twice. If you were going to take an entry here, you could go off the inverse fair value gap, your stops below this low, and target New York opening price. You got 1, 2, 3 points of buy side liquidity. 2 reasons I didn't get into this trade. The first being I'd already taken 2 trades, so that's my maximum for the day. And the second being 15-minute time frame. No, the 5-minute time frame, sorry. Got this imbalance here, and I was anticipating that, you know, we'd come up into this and then maybe push down. So I didn't really want to risk losing 3 trades in one day. I just wasn't comfortable with the third trade, although it would have been a perfect silver bullet setup. As price hit TP here, bang on 11 o'clock on the 1 minute, which is a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. You can see I lined this one up just for a little bit more confirmation, as you know, we'd already tested this inverse fair value gap twice. I'm certain that, you know, we wouldn't trade back up into it, or trade down into it, sorry. So at this point, if you'd taken this entry long here, you'd trail your or trim your stop just below these 2 lows here, let it run. You can see price then moves up into this fair value gap, gradually trades up into this one here, filling this imbalance and tapping this order block before quick retracement. Stays bullish on this fair value gap, same again, fill this imbalance, push up, and then just uptrend gradually up to TP. For evidence, this candle here is 11 o'clock. TP gets hit at 11 o'clock. So that is the silver bullet model. Yeah, bit of a shame that I just had to re-record this video because my other one was way more in depth and really dove into the mindset of everything. Yeah, the main takeaways here are if I lose my first trade of the day, if I do take another trade, which I don't often do, I just felt like there was a lot of things lining up to take a good few setups. So I could have really won 2 trades here today if I'd executed correctly. But yeah, rambling there. First thing being, if I lose the first trade, in my second trade, take the profit to cover my first loss if the market allows me, and leave a runner, whatever I need to do that, because that way at least I'm reducing the loss and it's covered. The second thing being, just stay vigilant. High time frame, like, it's such an easy mistake to make. Do you know what I mean? Like, price wicks down into the hourly imbalance rather than coming a bit further into the candle like I thought it would on the 15-minute before retracing. And yeah, it's just one of those. I sort of realized as well at the start of the session, one of the reasons why price wasn't going to come up here straight away is because of this wick, which I hadn't really clocked at the time. Like, the imbalance was already there and traded back up into before the move down. So it's one of those. I think I've lost what's the P&L for the day? I think like 43 pounds today. So it's not the end of the world. Still in profit for the week, still in profit for the month. Just eating away a bit at the profit that I did have. But yeah, it's fine. I'm also looking to increase my position size going forward, because I know that with my strategy and with the risk management, I can become pretty comfortable risking like 2% rather than just 1%. I've got quite a small account at the moment. It's currently sitting at about like 5k, so 2% of that's like 100 quid. It's fine, can risk that. Just have to be on the ball. And then gradually, as the account starts growing, then I can drop the risk again, whilst I adapt to the new position sizes, get comfortable with the updated balance. And I'm gonna have a look tomorrow to see if anything shows itself. I'm not going to trade Friday. I'm out Friday night. I don't want to put a dampener on my mood or anything, so it is what it is. Lots of learning points today, so I'm not too mad about it. It's mainly just execution today has failed me, and yeah, it's fine. So with that being said, long term or higher time frame, I'm still bullish. Like, you can see, we've got clear bullish model if I take the drawings off. Yeah, filled this, traded back into this. I'm still looking at this to be the long-term target. Then that, and that. It's kind of like that trade, the third trade that I just showed you there, is playing out on the higher time frame gradually. So it's just about aligning it all. Anything else? I think that should cover it, to be honest. Hopefully my screen hasn't frozen again while screen recording this. If it has, then yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm not keen to do another take of this because I've done about 3 takes so far. So yeah, it's one of those. Anyway, enjoy the day, and I will see you tomorrow.